We decided to build this tiny house to have a bit more time doing the things we love instead of just working to pay the rent. We didn't have any prior building experience, so we just started and then learned along the way.
In total, for the whole house, we paid around 15,000 euros. When we started living here, we didn't have any grass or any plants, so this was one muddy area. So the first thing we did was build this wooden floor here, and all the leftover parts we made a couch and a chair, and this is where we normally, when the weather is a bit better than this, where we spend most of the day, actually more than inside. This is actually the car I bought when I just turned 18. So I drove this to my high school and to uni, and I made a lot of nice little surf trips with it. But then it became so rusty and so old that I couldn't really pay for the repairs, and I decided to make it into a hot tub. So I can still enjoy sitting in my car behind the steering wheel, but now in my bikini. So what we did is we saw off the roof, and we built a fire pit.
Wood burner,
which maybe you can explain.
Yeah, so we can put our logs in here, and the water from the hot tub runs through, and it comes out on the upper tube, and that heats the entire water tub. So
we actually don't need to use a pump, because the water gets warm and warm water goes up, so it will automatically
start circulating and end up back in the car. We have a couple of spots with vegetables, where we grow some vegetables. This is radish and this is leek that we kept on growing since last year, so it got a bit too tall.
Oh, we can actually, I think this one is ready. Yeah.
Oh.
Some really nice.
Wow, it's radish on steroids. But yeah, it's really good.
Last year we put some rucola seeds over here, and we had a huge plant with flowers. And this year, all of a sudden, we had rucola over here. So it kind of spreaded itself. We have too many boards to put inside, so all the boards we don't use that often are underneath the porch.
Here we have these cabinet doors, and behind it's all our electrical and plumbing. It's kind of a mess, as you can see, but everything works and it's really accessible. And we can hang some more camping gear inside. On the other side we have the hot water, electric closing boiler, 15 liters of hot water, and that's enough for quite a long shower. Welcome in our tiny house. We built this house together ourselves, and we used a lot of refurbished materials, second-hand materials. Here we have the kitchen. It has a normal gas burner stove, lots of drawers, so lots of storage there. And we made this step ourselves, just with plumbing parts. And Anna's actually doing pottery, so she made these tiles for the kitchen. So yeah, quite a lot of it is custom made, except from, of course, construction and stuff.
The best thing about designing and making a kitchen yourself is that you can build it exactly how you want to build it. So I always had the trouble when I'm chopping vegetables, that you have to find the garbage bin, and so we built in two garbage bins underneath the countertop. So if you are chopping, you can just slide your leftovers inside the bin. We
decided to put in a regular fridge with a freezer. That's quite some space. And over here we have our pizza oven. We don't have a regular oven, but we basically live on pizza, so that's all we need.
And the house is all hooked up?
It's hooked up to the grid, yeah. So we have electricity, water, and plumbing. The only thing we don't have is the internet cable. Over here is our wood stove. It's pretty, from I think it's from Czechia, and this is the main thing we use to heat during the winter. We also have a small electric heater for the bathroom, but yeah, this thing powers, or we can heat the house in just 2 hours time.
Our house is insulated with what and how big?
It's isolated with isoflex, 8 centimeters thick, which is also like an eco material, and that's also in the floor and in the ceiling. We have quite some storage underneath the house, but we also snowboard and surf and kite surf, so we have a lot more storage above the kitchen area. But just to hide it, we made these curtains, so it looks a bit more clean. We built a sky roof. It's actually not glass, but it's like plexiglass, and it lets in a lot of light, as you can see. So it was a really nice addition.
What are the dimensions of the house and how heavy it is?
Our house is 2.5 meters by 7.2 meters long, and that fits just within the limits that we can drive on the road. And I think it weighs 3,500 kilos. We drove it here with a Land Rover, so I could drive it myself. That was quite nice, instead of hiring a company to do it.
When starting the design of this house, we started with buying all the windows, and I think we bought all the windows together for I think 300 euros, and then we started designing the house around the windows.
It's a recycle.
Yeah, they're all we all upcycled them. Then we started to design the rest of the house, and we wanted to keep the space very open. So that's why we put the stairs all the way on one side, and the kitchen and the bathroom all the way on the other side. So here we still have an open space. And if you look at the loft, it's actually attached to the ceiling. So to keep it as most open as possible, we still have the full height of the house over here. And this is like the room divider of the sleeping loft, which has a closet on both sides. So on this side you can see just our prizes and collector's items. And from the other side, in our bedroom, it's our clothing closet.
So basically the loft this size is holding on the roof beam?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's just hanging on the roof.
Yeah, it's only
beams.
attached to that side of the house. So that's to keep it a bit more
Spacious.
yeah.
Would you have done something differently if you would start from the beginning?
Everything.
Well, we are both a student and we didn't have a lot of budget, so we did everything like as low budget as possible, which made it also much more creative, because you have to think of like the cheapest possibilities. In total, for the whole house, we paid around 15,000 euros for
together with trailer.
Together with the trailer. Yeah. So that was I actually paid it with my student loan. So we don't have a mortgage now. We actually lived at in my mom's garden for a couple of months before we could go to this place.
Yeah.
And how did you find this place?
A friend of his hinted us that they were making a place available here for tiny houses, and then we joined the initiative group, and then together with the government, it took around 2 years to set this up and get it finished. A friend told us about it.
And now you're like, each 5 years you're getting new contract?
Yeah, we're in a trial period for 5 years, and after the 5 years it will either be extended by another 5 years, 10 years in total, and then we either have to move or they might even extend it again. So here we have our tabletop just to eat on or to work on, and if we want the full space we can drop it down all the way and remove the chairs, and then we have a full floor space.
When we started living in this tiny house, we didn't have a dog. So this was kind of a weird corner where we had these electric cables and a power socket.
A lot of stuff lying around.
But then we've got this extra part of the family. So it was actually a good thing because we created this piece of furniture especially for her. And so we can keep all the dog stuff in here, her food, and we have some extra space for all your
snacks.
All your snackies, yeah. And also we created like a standing desk, and we put all the cables inside this little cabinet. So all the ugly cables are right here, and you can work on your laptop. It's really nice for like standing desk.
This is our seating area, and it's like a corner couch, and of course we can open up the bench to put more stuff inside. There's also amplifier with some speakers built in, so when we're watching a movie or something like that, you can feel the sound from underneath. And over here we have like this fold down movie screen, and over there we have a beamer, so we can sit down and enjoy a movie.
So here's just normal curtain?
Yeah, it's like
And it
this
works
Yeah,
blinder.
it works perfectly, yeah.
It's a white blinder. Over here we have our table. It just has 4 ropes that we can attach to the ceiling. So if we want to have dinner here or for friends over, we can hook up the table.
Most people who step into our house, they're like, how do you get up? But if you look a little bit more closely, this is our stairs. And we wanted to have a little like cozy corner here. So you're underneath the stairs, but you can still look through the stairs. So it's not like you're in a little prison.
Claustrophobic.
Yeah. And again, it's one piece is attached to the wall and the ceiling, and one piece is attached to the floor. So this way, it's not one huge
piece of furniture.
Yeah, piece of furniture.
So you can see it's this part is hanging on the bed, which is hanging on the ceiling, just attached with a strong pipe. And it also acts as storage space. So we have some more books and our laptops, etc.
So this is our sleeping loft, and the nice thing about our sleeping loft is that we can still kind of stand next to our bed. It's quite low, but we do have a lot of natural light. It's like a floating loft, so it's attached to the ceiling, and we have a little balcony here, which makes it still very open, but you do have a separate bedroom. For us, our bedroom feels a bit like a tree house. And what you see here, the closet, we have quite a big closet, even with a hanging closet. I think it's about 60 centimeters deep. And we have quite a large bed. It's like 2 meters by 140. Because we sleep in the length, we can both get in and out of the bed without crawling over each other. And yeah, you can just stand next to the bed. So that's really, it's also quite functional if you have to change the sheets or have to go to the toilet at night.
Behind this door is our shower. There's a sliding door. It slides away behind this wall. It's actually in front of a wardrobe door, and it closes off the bathroom from the main room. And then we have another sink, small sink, and wooden cabinet to store some stuff, and a regular flush toilet. So we had this idea to use a skateboard truck as a toilet paper holder and holds two rolls of toilet paper. So here we have added some extra shelves, store some more stuff. And this is our shower. There's a glass sliding door, and then the shower head and the tap we got. It's from France actually. It's second hand, and Yeah, works quite well.
The size of the shop?
I think it's 1.20 m wide and 1.90 m high. I'm 180, so I just fed. We didn't have any prior building experience, so we just started and then learned along the way. And we had some help though from a contractor, a friend of us. He just explained us some basics for construction and that kind of stuff, so that was really nice.